Okay, I was just fixing a few things, and by fixing a few things, I mean I was basically finishing setting up things on my iPad so I could see chat. I'll be honest, I'm starting a little later than I originally intended to. Largely because... Is Twitch lagging, or is it just this? Okay, it's just Twitch being weird. I guess I can only watch one of these live. I mean, it doesn't matter either way, I just need to be able to see what's going on in chat. But, if you can't tell from the titles, unfortunately, I lost my 50-50 on Citlali, and I didn't have enough to reach a second guarantee, but instead of worrying about that, I decided it's time to play through her Tribal Chronicle, aka Story Quest, if that is what I'm assuming these are meant to be. I have finally put some more time into building my Wicca. Unfortunately, I'm still at I think I still need to get more flowers, and I have yet to hit level 80 on her, so actually, before I forget, I'm going to quickly disable this, just so I'm not constantly getting interrupted. Now, let's see. Taking advantage of a new mode that'll just save time. Alright. Oh, I forgot. Supposed to go. I'm gonna just pick that up just in case. Anyways, let's go harass the Fatui. I'll be honest, after figuring out how these guys work, they are kind of fun to mess around with. Alright, what are you guys up to? Not that we don't trust.
What are you guys doing here?
Paimon, you are terrible at showing the fact that we are not suspicious of them.
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
Yeah, we have many issues with most of your employers.
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a private employer?
Paimon, you are...
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlin. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense.
Ah, Spontaneans.
My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his squad.
Interesting.
I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlin is quite positive.
I'll say that mostly has to do with Capitano's choices more than anything else.
So that's what happened. Then you must be from Fontaine?
Precisely.
What gave it away?
Claude Luson, at your service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait. You must be the traveler and his fairy companion.
What could have possibly given it away other than that we're also local symbols?
Oh, you know us?
Paimon! Have you not noticed the entire feast, or the fact that we literally tried to sue Farina?
A golden-haired traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake.
I mean, we also did sue their god, so it would be kind of hard to miss that, Paimon.
And Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
Oh wait, I forgot. Paimon has the IQ of a lavender melon.
Wow, we're really famous at this point, traveler.
Yeah.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see, I have a favor to ask.
Honestly, it depends on what it is and whether or not I continue to like you as a person.
So, you chased us all the way to Natlan? That's a little creepy.
Paimon, I think he was just looking for you.
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
Paimon is immediately distracted, calling it.
Got straight to the point. Should we hear what he has to say?
Something tells me you can't escape this one, and if the pay's good...
Alright, we'll hear your request.
You know the great shaman Citlali, right? I need her help with something.
Okay, that one is entirely in Citlali's court.
Yeah, but the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked?
Yeah, pretty slim.
Yeah, Citlali really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if one person could convince her, it would be the golden-haired traveler.
I mean, I guess.
If you manage it, I'll even double your pay.
Okay. What do you need her help for?
We should definitely get to the bottom of that first.
Because that'll cover a lot of what we say, or if we're even willing to accept what you're even
It's
proposing.
kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alia, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing. Nice to meet you. The name's Alie. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute.
Okay.
Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Citlali?
Citlali? No, she's one of the people who work with colors, right?
According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years ago, and the most adept in her tribe at using that particular technique. Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of Seven Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective. Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Citlali created on the battlefield. The color was extraordinary, illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Citlali used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield and trap all the enemies inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure victory.
Anyway, that's the
Okay, now I'm
We
interested.
don't want to take up too much of your time.
Shush, I want to hear more about this battle.
That story is the reason I came to Natlan. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market. When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but
You don't have enough details.
historical records about Natlan aren't very detailed. We haven't been able to determine where the battle took place, or find any definitive evidence that it occurred at all.
Oh yeah, I mean, not true. Like, a lot of more tribal societies do have a larger oral history tradition than, than written traditions. Like, most written traditions are... Written traditions are kind of... Written, history is more... I want to say, like,
Even within the Masters of the Nightwind,
Even-
people dispute
wow.
the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth. If that were the case, the story would not be fit for publication.
It's still, I'll be honest, even myths still have some value, at least in exploring their deeper meaning and what probably originally was the cause of what birthed the myth.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Actually, something insightful.
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection is Restoring the Truth of History. Naturally, I need it to be factual.
Yeah, that would make, that would actually add a lot more points to your, us getting Citlali's help.
That's why I'm here. The Masters of the Nightwind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records.
Okay.
But I was refused access to the obsidian altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly, I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a fuss.
Might also be related to the fact that the current chief is trying to understand how these scrolls are even
According to
woven.
my research, their scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical records. Naturally, outsiders are rarely granted access. Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time, and I could...
We've been over this, Alier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
Honestly, I feel like a better use of time would be having him look over those scrolls so he could parse through them, instead of immediately demanding top-of-the-line everything.
Citlali, you mean?
Exactly. You're well aware, I'm sure, that Citlali has been alive for more than 200 years. That means she lived during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors.
So you're looking for a possible primary source.
If she agrees to be my consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
Okay, it's still a good idea to have historical records just as a backup, mostly to add, like, additional credence to what is even said. Because the thing is, at least in terms of history, primary sources are great, but also contain a lot of bias. Secondary sources, they're also pretty great, so using both in conjunction is just overall better for adding a lot of validity and truth to whatever you're claiming. Then again, I'm just saying that from the bit of research, the few times I did research as in anything historical. Like, in my sophomore year of high school, I literally did an entire research paper entirely related to the Romanov family. Excuse me, I keep forgetting to put on Do Not Disturb. But I feel like it would be a better use of this guy's entire time if he, one, went looking for the Traveler so he could even try to get Citlali's help in all this, and then, at the same time, had what's-his-name go through all the historical records that they already have available to them. Because, in my mind, that's just a better overall use of time and resources. Not to mention, you get a more holistic view instead of praying that Citlali knows everything.
Oh, that's what you want.
So, what do you say? I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
I still say let the historian parse through the records, because it could also add a lot more and find even more stories to add to your thing.
Well, it's not that we don't want to help you.
We actually should go ask her. Still a duty to fulfill after all.
Right. The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with wheat sealing. Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction. All right, we'll
Probably.
fit Citlali. Just let us do the talking, okay?
Of course.
I still say I'll let the other guy look through the records, because I feel like he still will add a lot of value just with that alone. Citlali, we have a commission for you. Oh, I forgot. I still need to do that, I think.
Right here.
Try and stop me!
Vroom vroom. Plain colored rock, change its color, tossing cute mono... Okay, anyways, we're here for one reason only, and that is Citlali. Oh. Hey, Ezra!
So, this is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from civilization, isn't it? I hope the person who pointed us in this direction wasn't mistaken.
As long as you can deal with her eccentricity, you'll probably learn what you want to
For someone
learn.
like Citlali, it actually
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down,
I like you,
We're
Olier.
here for a reason, Alier. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
And you, Monlison, are kind of annoying.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door. Hopefully she's not hungover.
I'm doing alright, Ezra. How are you doing? Because I'm dealing with the equivalent of a guy who's more interested in jumping, who's not
Citlali?
just,
Are you there? We need your help with something.
I think, more interested in the money than specific money and efficiency than actually digging into the whole of everything.
Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home.
Granny, it's late here.
Granny Citlali? Are you home?
And the door's thrown open.
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first.
I'm sorry, Granny Italy is always fun whenever she shows up. But I'm glad you're doing good, Ezra.
Traveler!
Looks like we came at a bad time.
Yeah. Yeah, we probably did.
Are you still there? Just come in. We can talk inside.
Alright, Citlali.
At least we didn't get turned away.
I think she's more embarrassed that she opened the door while she was hungover. Hey, Citlali! We have a request even though we know that you're probably hungover.
Huh. So this is where Citlali lives.
Her plushies are adorable, and I want to try making my own versions of them, even though I know I do not have the fabric nor the stuffing for them.
I didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself.
Sure.
Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonists.
Oh, view model I actually made myself. It's technically the second one I ever made. The first one, I made entirely just for learning Life 2D by myself.
Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
I'm sorry, it's just that is not one of the many excuses I've heard to be a complete social recluse who's more interested in doing their own thing. No, I just say I'm just a hermit. To looking at Citlali. Now, how is that thing going to be relevant later, or is it just
She sure does
because?
care a lot about what we think of her.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you? You're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you?
You mean overhearing your thoughts?
It's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of thing.
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
What?
What? Oh, champion or hermit. That bothers her? I thought she was above superficial rules of social etiquette.
I can still hear you, you know.
I'm sorry!
Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts.
So, you know about our request,
Just a
right?
simple spell. I use it on you, and now it's on the Fritz.
That's because the Traveler's just built different.
Forget it. Just tell me why you're here.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natlan.
So they asked the hero of Natlan to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
More so their entire tribe told you that Traveler was the best shot at you even helping
He's
them.
really good.
The real question is, does that even matter to her?
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
Oh?
She sure doesn't look busy. Paimon knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
And what if this request goes from about them to about me?
From you?
Yeah, we were given a sacred duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Oh yeah, I did kind of forget about that.
So, you're the appointed ones this time?
I'm just now realizing that these are light novels.
We were surprised too. After all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll like that.
Then we also have several questions.
But with Chef Biram's help, we were able to make some progress.
Did Paimon say chef? Am I hearing things? Did Paimon say chef instead of chief?
We still haven't succeeded, but we learned that the key to weaving the scroll is a special kind of color. The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too.
Oh, look at that. Paimon actually being kind of helpful. Or at least competent in her explanation. What do you say, Citlali? Could be fun and entertaining.
She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain things clearly?
No, you gave a great explanation, Paimon.
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
What?
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need to think about it.
Ew.
Then there's still hope.
I mean, it's not a no.
Hey, what's the holdup? Already.
Once again, Griddock Probe says he's not the most sociable guy.
You agreed to let us do the talking.
And Citlali's ready to throw hands.
Citlali!
Citlali suddenly walks out and you rush after her, hopefully to stop her from doing something she'll regret. Well, it's either going to be entertaining...
Griddock, as your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
Understood.
Thank you for managing your problem.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? So... Apologies for the disturbance. Griddock is a recent hire, so difficult to restrain sometimes.
I hope the other two are also more level-headed than Griddock.
You're lucky you didn't force Citlali's hand.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
She is not
Do you
amused.
have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance?
Ooh.
I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came out here to say.
So what would have possibly been a yes has turned into a no because Griddock... Wow.
Traveler, we have a discussion to finish.
Well, basically, butt out of it.
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Spoken like a true businessman.
The Traveler didn't get to that part? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you? I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend of yours. You two must have been close. If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Teyvat will learn the truth. With your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
I'll be honest, still feels weird. Then again, Grodok is not helping the matter at all. Alair is probably just genuinely interested, but it will also be helping us and mean a lot to the tribe.
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
I'm honored.
I'm sorry, that is not a face I particularly trust. I don't know if it's the mustache, or the eyebrows, or something else, or that guy in the background.
Save it. I agreed to help the Traveler, not you. You'll just have to leech what you can.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
So basically, stick close. Well, looks like my friendship with Citlali came in hand after all. Never took her to be the heartless type anyways. She can still hear you!
You're calling heartless.
Not a problem. I always plan to work with the Traveler.
I mean, you also did offer to pay us quadruple.
So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have
Why do
any
I feel
idea
like
where
she's
it took
going
place?
to...
Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
I don't think you're gonna get direct proof like that, and she's probably going to
Why
ignore
don't
you. I'd like to know.
Fine. No, no, and no. I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia.
Going back to like what I said earlier at the start of the quest when Alier was doing his explanation, I still sincerely feel like the best bet would have been to go through those records, because at the very least, even if they didn't find evidence of the Battle of Seven Colors, they still would have found plenty of things that they could also add to their little story thing. But what's his face? He's just more interested in getting a primary source, and apparently just not even doing the legwork to just even see if there's any other historical evidence that they can immediately access.
You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
Oh, what do you know? It probably would have been more effective to just let Alier do his own investigation into the scrolls that they were given.
Alright. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Your insights are very valuable.
Shut up, Monluson.
Alier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Please let this man talk.
My plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
You see, this man is probably a historian, so he probably has a better idea of what he's looking for than Monluson.
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to officially working together? After all, it appears I can only get Miss Citlali's help through you.
Well, it's probably the best you're going to get, so as long as you're paying me, I don't care. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this thing. Now, where are we heading to? I need to investigate so many... I need to do so many more... which one is... Okay, that is the correct one.
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Citlali.
Why do I feel like she knows a lot more than she lets on?
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much as anyone else in my tribe.
So you are just as in the dark about it. I'm currently also pouring myself some Dayquil. I am having a fun time with coughing.
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
Paimon, for all we know, she could have been living in a gosh dang well.
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
But Molo said the two of you were close friends. The battle was legendary. Why wouldn't Huitziling tell you about it?
Probably because it only became legendary long after everything had happened.
Close friends? More like arch rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research.
Why do I feel like the only person who would have any understanding of that would be Olier, considering he's the one who's actually interested in the history?
Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Weezealing's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me.
What the heck?
Of course, none of them ever succeeded.
So none of them ever graduated.
So, after Weezealing's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough.
Yeah, that sounds like a challenge.
As my rival, Weezealing only had one achievement that surpassed my own. And that was the Battle of 7 Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal.
Wait, was the Battle of 7 Colors, like, fought between you two?
It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter. As if she would give away her one advantage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, that does color a lot of it.
Secondary. Like I said, I'm only here to help you fulfill your duty.
So, Citlali's doing all this for me.
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done.
A great shaman should also be a bit more organized. I've been thinking this at her instead of actually saying it.
Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman.
Traveler.
Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
I'm glad you find this entertaining too, Paimon.
Excuse me, Great Shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Oh, please, Great Shaman.
Okay.
Why does it feel like that we're just casually picking on Citlali?
Of course the Battle of 7 Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Weezealing used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemies inside.
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides, constructing a maze out of color is ridiculous.
Weezealing was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the biggest problem. She had students. Why not pass it down? A technique that powerful? And no shaman since has ever used it?
Her students are keeping it a secret, of course. If you knew a technique like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
Oh, yeah. Now I see why there's so much doubt.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask, is there anything we can use to prove the battle took place?
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I'd give up now if I were you. It only gets more ridiculous from here.
So it's just gonna be a constant fight.
Please don't fight.
Ollie here just wants the truth. He just wants money, and I don't even know what else.
That really is controversial.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection. Neither side was able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
Weezealing was a passionate teacher. We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on. Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret.
Yeah, that would cause a lot of problems if it just leaks. I
We
guess.
should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe. Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to on a whim.
Right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you. But, if I go,
Alright, rivalry.
Is there a problem?
most of Wheatsealing students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age. Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them.
So basically they don't have many reasons to just talk to
If
you.
I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
So the best bet would be this guy.
Yeah, Paimon can see it now.
Run for dear life? It's like, well, it's some kind of time.
Hey,
Traveler,
don't
you
jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor.
Who better to fend off a tyrant than a hero of Notland?
Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
If anything, I'll be entertained. I'm on, where you flood?
The rest of you can wait for us here.
We appreciate the help.
Although I imagine if anyone gets any information specifically, it's probably going to end up being Traveler. Just saying, I kind of want to quickly claim all these.
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Citlali sounds already done.
Citlali?
Look, we're just...
What is she doing here?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
No, we're actually just
Is
curious.
she here to officially take over the tribe?
Whoa. It's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the end.
No worries, congratulations, you all get to live to see another day.
You talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to interrogate us?
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it? You want their name, don't you?
We should just run!
Look, we're here to just have a genuine
So,
talk.
Natlan here, Granny Citlali will be on her best behavior.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the traveler and his companion. That does make me feel better.
We wanted to ask about the technique you inherited from Wheatsealing.
Huh. So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
No, we're just trying to figure out what the truth
Disciples
is.
of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed. Sounds like she's finally had enough.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah, it does get annoying to beat up kids every time they show up outside your door.
I want to protect our legacy. One of us needs to run.
No!
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Citlali?
She beat them in a duel. So what? Don't really this terrified. It's not someone worthy of love and respect.
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head.
Ah!
I'm Granny Citlali. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No one has the guts for that.
What? Well, I do, because I'm not only an outsider, I'm an absolute menace.
You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, we're not going down without a fight.
Okay, so...
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Let Let me think. Oh, hi, Tlapo.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apologies. Please forgive us.
Y'all were being... Oh, well, what is it, Tlapo?
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
Probably.
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was... friend?
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Eatsley as a friend?
Look, she may have terrorized you when you were kids, but you all were also the ones who were harassing her.
You forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe. Where are your manners?
Thank you, Biram, for being the voice of reason.
Chief! I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood.
We're just trying to understand
As
what the heck
successors of
happened.
Huitziling, I understand your friction with Granny Eatsley. However, Elder Tlapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect his counsel. So, mind your manners and allow Granny Eatsley to ask her questions.
Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief Biram are on our side.
They also probably want to minimize as much fighting as possible.
Hi there, Elder Tlapo!
It's been a while.
Hey, he seems pretty happy to see us.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Why do you sound so already done with him?
Yeah, Elder Tlapo appointed us to the task.
Elder Tlapo, huh? He's still Claw to me.
Ah, you probably knew him when he was tiny. Does Tlapo want to pay?
Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomisaur Elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
I think Tlapo wants some pets. What do you think?
You already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Huitzilim's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other.
Okay, you and Huitzilim were both simultaneously close and enemies.
She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
Why does it sound like Huitzilim was the kind of person to just fight people as a sign of respect?
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh,
The joys of immortality, and why we'll probably never wish to have it.
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past.
I don't think Claw is going to let you just leave.
200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw? I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
Now I'm curious as to what Tlapo was actually saying. And while I'm over here, I'm also taking the glowworm shrooms. In case I randomly unlock a character who's also from Notland, so I don't have to continue playing with Kachina. Hi, Biram! Who's sitting as just as tall as I am standing.
Hey there, Chief Biram!
Hello, Biram.
Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task, huh?
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out.
We found another clue!
I'm all ears.
It's the Battle of Seven Colors.
Huitzilin's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
I will say this. Any kind of scholars of almost any kind are just an entirely different breed. It doesn't matter if they are investigating history or if they are investigating the sciences. They are just a different breed altogether and will nitpick almost any detail they can simply out of curiosity.
True, but Granny Eatsley promised to help.
Is that so? I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out. You should cherish this opportunity.
Hey, don't complain. None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a comment on my own failings.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
Yeah.
It is my duty, great shaman.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the point of figuring it out for yourself?
Because why not?
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. And in many ways, history is the memory of a people. Memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble junior like myself. Something this important cannot be left to baseless rumors. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eatsley.
Wait, I just noticed this mask is
As a
cracked.
priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that to chance.
I get your point.
So, something on your mind, Citlali?
Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work.
The chief referred to himself as a humble junior. Maybe it's a law's word. Traveler! Traveler! Hey there! That's rude!
No, that's not it.
Huh?
Traveler's thinking at her.
It's not important. Rest assured, Baram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks then.
Alright. Maybe these guys will be a little less terrified and a bit more cooperative. Hello, nerds! We want to hear what you're up to. People are genuinely arguing about it on the surface.
Are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Huitzilin's legacy?
Not
You've
exactly.
already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified. But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
Yeah.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
Why do you think we're looking for evidence?
Doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders. After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines.
Well, it just so
Touching it.
happens the questions.
After all, everyone who took part in the battle returned the ley lines without witnesses. It's hard to refute detractors.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
Yeah, because the thing is, even she doesn't know.
Listen, we know you were rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Huitziling most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
They don't know. Or are they going to make something up?
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, she's also the one with the vision.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
So basically, no one even knows.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort. Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals.
So are you saying whichever line happened to have learned this Battle of Seven Colors technique is either dead or completely forgot to pass it on?
So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Wheatzilian school of shamanism, what we know isn't the sum of her legacy.
Great!
Actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot.
But if they inherited Wheatzilian's secret technique, shouldn't the family be thriving?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I'll mark it out on your map.
Thank you,
To be
Colin.
honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this investigation.
Well, you're still giving your all.
That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
We've probably been underestimating them, considering just how chaotic the past two Archon quests have been alone. Actually, no, ever since Sumeru, everything's just been progressively more chaotic. And by more chaotic, I mean we've been fighting gods. Good news! We have another lead! Kind of!
Proving the legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Well, you're the one who asked, so you have to deal with it.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result.
And I still say you should have let Altair look through those scrolls.
Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
Does that mean you will let Altair look through those scrolls instead of forcing him to waste his time standing around?
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. I don't really care whether you continue your investigation.
There.
And Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
I think this investigation could help you too, Citlali?
What makes you say that?
I mean, it ultimately has to do with Huixlin's past.
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think so?
Yeah, and Palapo seemed to imply so.
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Shush, this isn't about you, Montluçon.
Alright, let's go visit the shaman
Hello, shaman family.
Hello, are you a shaman?
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eatsley!
He was so scared he ducked out of frame.
Up. In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
There.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eatsley. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
No, we're just curious.
This is generational trauma at this point.
Gosh dang it.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eatsley. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
What? Why does everything in that school have to relate to fighting this woman? I wonder what Citlali looks like in those nightmares.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
Okay, so your family studied under Citlali, right?
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Citlali didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood. Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether.
Right, and more evidence disappears.
Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Citlali was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
Citlali's just casually listening in the background, isn't she?
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but it's not like I can use them myself.
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Decide the outcome of a battle? No, I don't remember anything like that. Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Citlali would pass it on to us.
Great.
You might have better luck asking one of the priests. They're descendants of Citlali's most gifted students.
We just asked them.
We're back where we started.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place. Alier, do you think we have enough to draw a conclusion?
There are still those pile of scrolls you could have used!
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not going to hold up in academic circles.
Then we have to keep going.
Great.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Yeah, you know about it?
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Citlali's stories were passed down to us as well.
Finally, something
Say
hopefully
what you
useful?
want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories. And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is the most exciting story of them all.
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe understand that?
Shut it, Monluson. There's still some value in oral tradition.
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
It's still a starting place, so shut up and listen, Monluson.
Really?
How so?
Well, it's Citlali's personal account of the event, so it's a lot more detailed. For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
Why do I feel like she knows something about that?
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been to this place?
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natland before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Is it related to that mysterious, what's it called, covered place?
Could your ancestors be mistaken, Mr. Shaman?
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these stories. In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
If Quitzelin's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
But it's still a place to start into figuring out what actually happened.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Oh, yes? Can I clear something up for you?
Citlali knows, or at least has heard of this Chickamosta
It's
cave.
been more than 200 years. Huh. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
What do you mean?
She's going to actually give us... Congratulations, you provided useful information, I think.
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico-Mostek Cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Huitziling was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle. Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
I like you, Olier.
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as thanks.
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Just accept the gift, Citlali.
Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Citlali? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Really?
You know what, Paimon? Congratulations. Your IQ may still be in the lavender melon ranges, but you sure know how to identify what motivates certain people.
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn of Raiden with Unlimited Power is a must. It's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
I see.
What a nerd.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Gucci. It was Yae Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends. It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves. Actually, Yae Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago, but it's almost impossible to get. Anyway, I'll take those two.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again?
Reborn as Shogun Almighty and Pretty Please Kitsune Gucci.
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry. You're telling me, as someone who works in publishing, you've never heard of them?
The contradictions continue to pile up.
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
Huh. Amateur.
Just leave the book to me. Don't forget our pay, though.
Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement. Now, there's no time to waste. We should head to the site of the battle right away.
I completely forgot that those even existed. It's been so long since I did Yae's story quest.
There, it'll take a bit more work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
Well, I'm sure Miss Citlali can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I have important plans tonight. You expect me to work through the night?
Sounds like alcohol is the plan.
Well, what do you think, Traveler?
I mean, break for day, meet up tomorrow. Battlefield's not going anywhere.
We'll find a place to rest for the night. When should we meet tomorrow?
Well, listen, you're sounding more and more like you're under a time crunch that you're not telling us about.
He's persistent, huh?
Actually, why does it seem like, what's his name, Gruson is the one running the actual operation? He's kind of just caught up in this mess and hasn't told Olier that he screwed up.
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
I'm suspecting that this guy is the one who wants the actual information, and Montluçon is just the third party he's more or less forced into this situation.
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning.
My guess is she wants to sleep in.
That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
Paimon is so confused.
Right. As Miss Citlali instructed. Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon. We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
But yeah, this is also beginning to smell more and more like the Fatui are the ones actually yanking Montluçon's strings. And Olier is still kind of in the dark about everything.
Sorry. I just wanted to ask, is Granny Eatsley satisfied with my answer?
Yeah, of course. You really helped us out.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't offend her somehow.
You're really that scared of her?
She's really nice, actually.
Honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from rumors.
Yeah, and I'm assuming Citlali is probably just the only person with enough cojones to even go up to her and try being annoying.
She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
I mean, Paimon's hardly a great hero, but she doesn't seem that intimidated by her either. I don't know.
Well, thanks for today, Citlali.
Wanna grab a meal? My treat.
That's quite considerate of you. Alright, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
Yay, more alcoholics at Lolly.
Didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
Paimon, I think her plan was to take a
What
rest.
did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years? Now Paimon's worried about your health.
Same place?
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over. Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work,
I forgot about that. Let's go be merry all the way up there. I'm just gonna say that this is the fastest way to get up there. It's still that high up? What the heck?
Rev the engines!
Right here.
Let's ride!
Is this the place?
No, further up.
Further up?
Slowly, General Hot Air Balloon.
Whoa, this is like a secret base.
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. So I come here.
Oh look, there's even a waypoint in the background that I haven't gone
My
to.
stash is still here. Ah, great. The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks.
Chug, chug.
Now for the mind
No.
reading issue. Give me your hand.
Just like last time?
It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break.
Magic stuff. Blah blah blah, yada yada. Look at the pretty sky.
That should do it.
Alright, Traveler, think something grossly inappropriate and probably offensive. This is really one of a hand view. Must be why Citlali likes to come up here.
You're not wrong. Oh, hold on. Why do I still hear you in my head?
No idea.
Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes. Oh, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this.
Paimon, why do you look so smug?
Okay, what about now?
I think it sounds like your thoughts.
And now? Huh.
It's gone.
Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse.
Was Citlali's heart just room was really warm.
That was just to help with the spell. Ah, shoot. I still hear you.
We're just gonna spend all night trying to fix this problem, aren't we?
For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness.
And I don't think alcoholism is helping.
Wait, that sounds bad.
I read that in a light novel.
Gosh dang it, Citlali.
World, I think it's pretty accurate.
I'm pretty sure that's the alcohol talking.
Is Citlali drunk? She's not making much sense.
What do you think, Paimon?
Anyway, we'll just have to leave it for now.
Okay, Citlali, you need to sleep.
Right? You should just tease him. That's what Paimon would do.
It's just... I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready.
Look, Traveler is an immortal 5,000 plus year old something, so he's not gonna die before you do. Probably.
I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach. I don't have to deal with people that way.
So, why live like that?
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a leader of your tribe. Someone everyone loves and respects.
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance. But it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it, but it will never bloom again. Even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year, the one you remember won't be there. That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day, just like a flower.
That is depressing.
Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years, until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
Citlali.
My approach is different. I choose to remember everyone.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that.
Actually, I might have a long lifespan, some truly ancient memories.
Really?
Dude's at least 500 years old, even if he was asleep for most of it.
And nearly everyone you know will be gone one day.
I'm just gonna bring up a little philosophy that I genuinely didn't completely understand, at least not until my grandfather died. But it is the idea of, or at least it's more so a phrase that he always said. Don't be sad that I'm gone. Be happy that you knew me. And that was genuinely something I never fully understood, at least not until his passing. But it is really just a bittersweet thing. All the more reason to remember them.
Traveler?
Oh wow, it is. I have a friend who only lives in my memories now. In fact, you could say my memories are the sole proof that she existed in this world. Wait, is Traveler talking about Ruka Devata or his twin? So, sometimes I tell myself, as long as I remember every single friend, they will never truly die. Instead, they'll live on in the world of my memories. When friends create memories together, there's always something to hold on to. So, if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first. Gosh dang it, Citlali. We're trying to have a moment, not alcohol.
Is something wrong?
Shush, Paimon. This isn't about you.
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
If you give me a second, I'm gonna find where I think I actually put it best. But, what I will kind of just say is that I feel like a lot of what I consider great about life has also been, in a way, colored through this entire lens that I like to call melancholy. And it is a really hard idea to describe. Like, in one of the roleplay servers I did, I actually ended up having a kind of heavy discussion and explanation of it. And I'll be honest, the context for it only really makes sense if you know the characters that I'm talking about. So it's not something you can just explain in one day. But the way I describe it is sort of like a bittersweet feeling, and also things like Day of the Dead are kind of partial to how I even explain a lot of it. I'm not kidding when I say this. In my day-to-day life, I literally walk around with a skull in my pocket. Well, not a literal skull. It's one I made out of paper mache that was originally, I was originally going to decorate it for Day of the Dead, but I never ended up decorating it. Instead, it just kind of looks like a goofy little thing with like teeth carved into it and eye sockets drawn on it. It's like, the eye sockets, they're not even completely black. It's just an outline of the eye sockets in black ink. I mean, if I could, I'd probably show a picture of it, but I don't have a picture of it right now that I'd easily be able to switch to. But the entire philosophy, at least to me, of Day of the Dead is, it's a celebration of life, of everyone who's gone on before you, and a celebration of their memories. Yeah, they can no longer walk amongst the living and share their own stories, but they're people with their own lives. And those lives are amazing, even if they're no longer here to share that story.
She's definitely drunk. Citlali, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the traveler said.
She's drunk and embarrassed.
Gotta think of a response. I'll think of something.
I think right now, though, it's just, the alcohol now.
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
That just means we have to drag her home.
I'm fine. Can get home by myself.
Traveler, don't listen to her, just take her home.
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us? She seems kind of out of it.
Let's just get her home.
Bye. Gonna walk back alone. Need some time to think.
Gosh dang it. She's just gonna be like that. Oh, oh, wait.
Rev the engines!
Gosh dang it. I was trying to get back up there, but I don't think I can anymore. Anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the, what's it called, all the way over there. Oh, there was even a baby to that Lisa.
Try and stop me!
Right here.
Something to add to my collection.
The heck? The heck is... How the heck do I get up there? Okay, I'm just gonna fast forward time in that case. There we go. To just before 11. Close enough. I've had weird issues where if I put it in the middle of the acceptable time, it'll just not register correctly. Oh, it's gone. Oh wait, no it's not. What the heck? Okay, time to head to the agreed upon location.
This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday. Who knows if Citlali will show up on time? She drank so much last night, she might not even be up yet.
Oh look, she's up. The real question is, can she still hear you, Paimon?
Citlali!
I feel like Citlali just has a magical tendency to just show up whenever Paimon starts talking about her. Which will honestly be kind of hilarious.
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago.
You mean your kidneys have?
Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something. The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
So that's why you're here so early.
So she is still interested.
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
Why are there more of them? Ah, Citlali, you don't trust them either.
I'll confirm the location myself.
Of course.
I don't trust this guy. Let's see. Oh, I thought we'd be going over here. I guess I have to actually explore that eventually.
This should be it.
Spooky!
So the battlefield is inside this place.
Sounds like
That
it.
could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Yeah, and what do we have a...
Everyone ready?
Yeah, let's go. Let's see, pro. Alright, Animo pick, I'm going Kazoo. Alright, time to see whether or not it was even worth trusting the Fatui. Sorry, Monlusen's thing.
When the Abyss first began to cover the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for our research.
You're not to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Glad you agree, Olier.
Of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
The real question is how much can we trust the Fatui here? Now, real quickly, I just want to check her kit. Offering unto Wind and Sun. EM, Mirror of the Night effect. After equipping shield. Current party member, 28 damage. What artifacts do we have? Scroll of Cinder City. Book, Secret Arts, Obsidian, Pop. Okay, the thing is, I already did watch a Razor language of her kit. And even then, I was still confused.
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natland. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Obviously.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested in the Battle of Seven Colors.
Well, it's the reason I came to Natland in the first place.
I'm sorry, I find your Fatui entourage still to be somewhat suspect.
Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
I still don't... And that once again sends off more suspicious signals, because I can't tell if he's stuck in this mess or if he is the mess.
All the bases. You got it.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
Now this looks weird and strange.
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere.
Ew.
Whoa, we passed straight through! What was that? Some kind of color magic?
It's very close to the technique Citlali might have used.
Ooh, chest.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Still, what a terrific archaeological find.
I like you earlier.
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going. The
Deeper we go. Gosh dang it.
Return to the skies! Get to work! Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were carrying the same color as the wall. Let's put the sphere down and see what happens.
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
I do have to say the pillow thing is cute and I want to try making my own. And now we need a spear that is blue. And then we can walk through this. Or get transported somewhere else entirely. Oh. Now that is a sight. Wait, this platform is yellow. We grabbed the blue sphere.
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Look! A maze made of colors.
Huh.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Oh.
Huh?
Are we in the Night Kingdom?
This is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not the same.
Correct?
It's Heitzlin.
Wheatsealing?
Or Heitzlin.
What?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after creating this
Heitzlin?
space.
I could have sworn that was like Heitzlin or
Friends, this is
Heitzlin.
my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory. After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss? That is why, with our memories, we possess a power the Abyss cannot hope to match. I have discovered the perfect medium for us to wield that weapon. You know it as color. The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color. As memories disappear, their color fades first. That is why color is the best vehicle to wield the power of memory. Guided by vibrant colors, your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze. Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them and be trapped here for eternity.
Great! What have you locked us in, Heitzlin?
So,
Heitzlin.
my friends, and march forward.
Any ideas, Citlali?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. She always did have to handhold her talentless students. Follow me.
I hate this all. So we're just following the yellow brick road?
Rise like smoke.
I'm just gonna follow the yellow brick road.
There are monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago.
Thank you, Mawiko. Yay. Purple. I'm just gonna go this. Okay, that is blue. Oh.
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and Citlali fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
I'm scared too.
Maze. I'm guessing the purpose is to help allies.
Oh no, more monsters?
That's singing.
Shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them.
Rise with the sun!
I hate this maze. Oh, come on!
Show no mercy!
This place is so pretty. If not for those monsters, Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad, I'll give her that.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
I hate this. Waitlin, you are annoying. Wait, Celine, you are annoying, and I am not enjoying this. Oh, now where are we?
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
Hold on. This is...
Whoa. Oh, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere looks exactly like the maze!
Paimon, don't sound too excited yet. It sounds like Citlali's realized something.
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
I'm not trusting you at
The
all.
dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create mazes like the one we just witnessed. Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took place.
The expert has spoken!
Yeah, but the real question is, what are the other looky-loos planning?
Perhaps I could take a closer look? It's an important piece of physical evidence, after all.
Oh, no. Grunted. Thanks for the follow.
No, you may not.
Yeah, called it. Really forgot the hero of Notland was right here, and we wouldn't smell garbage.
Ah, you noticed my signal. Not bad, Traveler. We make a good team.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
Yeah, it did smell suspicious, especially when you wouldn't let Oliver look through the scrolls, and he still looks equal.
Book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success after that.
Yeah, that was incredibly. I'll be honest. Everything just screamed. Is Guzan actually the one running the mission?
I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Next time, if you're going to try selling your cover, at least look into all the things that are relevant that someone related to your cover should know.
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself. What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
I told it! I knew this guy was not an actual guy interested in what was going on. I knew Olier was a true researcher.
Shut it! I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would destroy it right now if I could.
Olier, I love you, but Montluçon, screw you.
There would be no evidence to prove the battle took place.
What if that was my goal all along?
Oh, what is your game?
Huh. Pretending to be a book merchant? Pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes was the only way to get information out of the people in this tribe. But make no mistake, I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Teyvat.
I feel like Gujiai would genuinely fight you on that if she didn't strike you down herself.
But the dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the ground.
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demands it be taken down immediately.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan made with a similar dye. Even more miraculous, that substance dates back hundreds of years.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too late?
Wow.
Calm down, sir.
Sorry, it's just... I know this product will be a hit. The economic boost to Fontaine will be huge. We just need to advertise it as written.
So, instead of pivoting and finding a new way to advertise, you decided destruction it is.
Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world. All we need to do is publish something in the paper, and all of Teyvat will think it was our invention first. We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan. No one will believe such an innovative product could come from a place like that.
Oh, screw you, Montluçon.
That goes against all of Fontaine's advertisement regulations. We can't do that.
What if I give you a portion of the profits?
I don't think you can bribe a Montluçon that easily.
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to reporting this to Monsieur Novelette.
I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even. I would be a giant in the printing industry.
You do realize that also by dragging the Traveler into your shenanigans, you're just asking to get smashed in the face.
But now, no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed centuries too late. No matter how good the product actually is, not a single one will sell.
Olier, I'm so sorry you ended up working for a lunatic.
I will never accept that someone from this backwoods, ignorant nation could come up with that dye. Not 200 years before me.
Even when the truth is right in front of you.
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder.
Screw you!
Industry. I can go into publishing, no problem.
Yeah, you don't even know the woman with the biggest name. Yeah, you don't even know anything about the woman with the literal biggest name in the industry. Second, pretty much, practically, second in command to the writing shogun herself. You really think you can fight Monsieur Neverland, the Pyro Archon, and literally the hero, and literally the guy who put your god on trial and won.
All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my findings, and publish it around the world. Then, the so-called truth becomes your word against mine.
You are forgetting, has an incredibly high reputation in Fontaine, not to mention most other places in Tavat. His literal guide, someone who's actually pretty well respected, and the other guy that you dragged into this mess.
Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful. What happened to restoring the truth of history?
That plan hasn't changed. I will continue to spread my truth for all of Tevat to see.
Yeah, you talk a game, but you're literally forgetting you're talking to a guy who's fought Giant Whale and Giant Dragon multiple times.
Ah, you mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from Natlan? And a great shaman who, according to rumor, abandoned her tribe long ago? From a practical perspective, there's no reason for either of you to stand against me.
And yet there's also no reason for the entirety of Natlan to not stand against you.
Shows what you know.
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
Ah, the wrath of Granny Itzli. Like I said, our interests aren't at odds. I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation, considering Huitzilin was your rival. You've lived longer than her, you're far stronger than her, and yet, she has always been more revered than
I don't think she gives a dang about that.
Change. With the
You really are not understanding anything.
Take any book and send it to all four corners of Tevat. This part of Natlan's history will be mine to tell. And in my version, I can erase the Battle of Seven Colors. You can be the one to have all the glory.
I don't think she cares about that.
That's not real history.
That's a no then? Your history means nothing to me. But it's not allowed to stand in the way of my Mora.
Done running your mouth? Good. Before handing you over to the tribe, I think I'll have my way with you first.
Correction, I am not gay. I am asexual. Sex has no meaning to me. I mean, unless you're talking in terms of happiness, I don't know. I just have a tendency to laugh like a hyena. Anyways, let's go beat up a dumbass.
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
Yay to beating up dumbasses.
That's right. I didn't pay all that Mora for nothing.
That is assuming you even have Mora left after all this is done.
Wait! Aren't you subordinates of the captain? Why are you helping someone who wants to erase Natlan's history?
Anyways, on to what I probably should do about this. Wait. It's a simple question, really. The simple answer is, I don't need a reason to do the things I do. The answer is, I have fun. And being gay is not a crime. Being happy is not a crime either. But don't think I don't recognize intended... But don't think I won't recognize a troll when I see one. Also, making comments like that is incredibly lazy and not particularly funny. But oh well, not my problem, you're banned.
The captain. You actually bought that?
Oh yeah, the captains are respectable. Not unlike you. I can't wait to punch you in the face.
United in the pursuit of Mora, we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regrader, his interests, and his wealth.
Regrader?
The captain means nothing to them. They serve a different harbinger altogether. Regrader!
Ah yes, the 9th of the 8th of something of the Fatui Harbingers. I think he's the 9th. Yeah, he's the 9th. Anyways, can we go down where we beat him up?
To become a giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's economic system. This aligns with Regrader's interests.
Yeah, therefore we now have more reasons to beat you up.
It's all been a lie from the very beginning.
Doesn't change anything, Paimon. It just means that we finally have a valid excuse to commit violence.
I don't care who you serve. When it comes to punishment, I don't discriminate.
Anyways, Citlali used Fist. It was very effective.
Fulfill our pact! Strike a pose! What goes on? Burn it down! Light of the blazing sun!
Can't run from death.
That's what you get for messing with the hero of Natlan and Granny Citlali. They could give Regrader a run for his Mora.
When did this person get so strong? Looks like the men following the captain failed to update us on the latest intelligence.
You do realize this guy fought... You do realize this guy has fought the gods and won? Or are you just that much of a dumbass?
This is becoming more trouble than it's worth. You're on your own!
Hey, what about our contract? Your boss signed it himself!
Quick, someone go protect Olier.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's what makes him the best.
Screw you,
Go
Grudog.
home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory clause.
You...
The other stipulations have been fulfilled. I set up explosives around the cave, strong enough to destroy this place, as instructed. Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a specific time. Shouldn't be too long now.
Oh, you sly bastard.
This whole place is gonna collapse?
You were supposed to wait until I made it out! Are you trying to kill me?
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
Congratulations, you're stalking my boss!
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break for it.
No worries, let's do this.
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup plan.
Wait, don't!
I hate the maze.
Where are we? Back in the maze? Our
Wait.
surroundings look different, though. What did that Fatui guy do?
He triggered the maze. We need to find Citlali and get out of here.
Point. She'll know how to get out of here. Let's hurry. If we don't make it out before the cave collapses, we might never be able to leave.
No point in wondering about that. Let's get out of here.
Lolly!
Paimon, that's not going to help.
Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do?
Well, no choice but to figure out. Well, saw the special cover. seems to be guiding me.
The special color? The one you saw in that woven scroll? Why would it appear around here?
No time to think, we just need to go.
You're right. Lead the way, traveler.
Oh, hey, Citlali.
Triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly.
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this. If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. But I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
Shut it, Citlali.
I knew it!
Citlali.
Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
Yeah, Citlali sounds done with your garbage.
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to collapse. I know time flows differently in this place, but that still doesn't leave us much time. Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand, Citlali. I'm nothing more than a fragment of memory. There's not much I can do.
So basically you're useless.
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right? The exit of your maze. I remember its structure. If I create an exit here, I can leave. You just need to tell me how to manipulate this space.
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natlan. When people leave deep impressions on each other, their memories form connections.
I'm assuming we're just gonna cut to the traveler making his way over here.
Are particularly strong between comrades in arms.
Great.
I created my maze. The connections between the memories were my needle and thread, and the special color was my fabric.
Great.
If that color is crudely combined with an isolated memory, one without connections, you get a place like this.
Well, it's a good thing that traveler forced connections.
This space is a combination of my color and your memories. There is no way to alter or construct anything within it, because there are no connections at your disposal.
Over 200 years, and not a single lasting connection. This is my punishment, huh?
Well, at the very least, you have a connection to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to appear in this space.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a shame you're not around. You said it yourself. A memory fragment can't be used to create the connections I need.
Citlali.
But now that I have the chance to talk to you again, I need you to give me an answer. Your special technique. You didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat. Me.
Wait.
What I want to know is why?
So you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same one you taught me all those years ago. But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as well have been a simple color trick. I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not happy with the narrative setup.
I feel like I'm just getting so lost because I'm not someone who reads a lot of light novels, so I'm missing some of the terminology.
Citlali, ever since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color, haven't you?
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work of our ancestors. More specifically, you could call it the color of memories.
Also, what I will say is that I called it earlier at the beginning of this quest. Monluson is not any kind of historian. Like, I immediately like, the second that he just pulled Olier to not even bother reading through all the other scrolls, it was just immediate BS detector, because I'm someone who's done research. I know it doesn't matter where the resource comes from, it is a starting point and something that is still worth looking into in case it gives you more pointers to what you're actually looking for.
In truth, passing on the technique is a process of using that color to tint another person's memories. Yes, the technique has the power to decide victory. But in my opinion, the capacity to add color to someone's memories is where the true value lies. You are fated to live a far longer life than me, Citlali. I couldn't bear the thought of all those years existing as a blank canvas in your memory. So I wanted to leave a little color behind.
Your color, you mean?
One day, you too will want to leave behind your color in someone else's memory. When that day comes, you will understand my decision.
Next question. Will alcoholism allow Citlali to remember what was discussed earlier? So, if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first.
I have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
Anyways, let's magical friendships our way there.
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
You could lose a portion of your memories that way.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. My friends are worth the risk.
I need to find her.
Traveler?
When you entered the realm of memory I constructed, I used your memories to learn about your recent experiences. I have a feeling you're the one who will be saved this time. After 200 years, someone has appeared by your side, the kind of person I could have never anticipated. The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the Traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing even the shamans who worship the Lord of the Night. This means that, even without your tutelage, he can see the color of memories.
What did you say?
Although he doesn't know how to wield it, he unknowingly left behind a trace of color in your memories. That was enough to guide him to this space. You now have a connection at your disposal.
And conveniently, you can still hear his thoughts.
Well, Citlali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed, but the rest is a surprise.
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Citlali's voice! She's just up ahead!
Oh, hey, Paimon!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Wheat ceiling.
Oh look, Rainbow Road!
Paimon! Traveler!
Finally found you? Let's get out of here.
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so...
Wait, is Olier... Olier's fine!
We made it out just in time! Wonder what happened to the Fatui guy and the others.
He was most likely trapped inside that space, just like us. The external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape, he would have been crushed.
I mean, I did see Olier. He looks like he's alright, if not terrified. And, the Fontanians?
We're standing a bit further away, right? They probably weren't pulled into the space.
I mean, I know I'm pretty sure he saw Olier.
Hello.
Out there! You're fine!
Employees! Quick, restrain him!
Oh, I can explain. I had no idea Malu-san was such a terrible person. I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed behind and tried to find people to help rescue you. I'm so glad you managed to get out of there.
Either way, the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be their problem.
I understand.
I know, Leo was a decent guy, but Monlusan smelled like
I'm not
garbage.
here to harp on you. I just need to know one thing. Which way did he run?
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
That way? Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings, I think we're okay.
It's a dead end, isn't it?
Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
Anyways, let's see Citlali give him a good whack.
Hey, it's Elder Tlappo and a group of Atomisaurs! They caught Moluson!
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
Was that what you were discussing? Is that what you were discussing with Tlappo, Citlali?
Balance! No! No!
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most. It's particularly effective on weak-minded people like him.
So, cyberbullying.
Serves him right!
Hi, Tlappo.
I know. It was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlappo didn't appoint us to a whole other task, did he?
Forget about him for now. The Ectomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we have unfinished business, remember?
So does that just mean they're taking turns bullying him?
Right! The special scroll! The die is buried underneath a bunch of rubble now!
Don't worry, Witzeline's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house.
Aw, thanks, Citlali.
Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer.
Aww.
I knew you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
I'm assuming Tlappo told the guards to calm in a bit, in case things went wrong. Anyways.
My bank balance.
There. I'm sure you won't have to worry about your bank balance, whatever they do. Anyways, you three have fun. I have to get all the way over there. Where the heck?
Whoa!
Where the heck? Okay, there's an entrance.
Right here!
Anyway, let's see the actual inside of Citlali's house, or if we're just gonna get kicked out immediately by a cutscene.
Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Witzeline's technique, your participation is critical.
What are you saying, Citlali?
Follow me.
Where to? I need to figure out how to refresh that, but we'll deal with that later.
Look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Wait, what is that? Oh, that's Traveling Mawika!
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven scrolls.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight, so I'll let you beat me with words.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time for another match.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories.
Citlali, no, I know you look like you're half ready to punch her.
So, do you know why our ancestors insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history? Because history is the memory of a people. We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? Why entrust it to me and not one of your students?
As your friend, I admit, I'm being a bit selfish. I don't have long, Citlali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now, will you accept my final request?
Just this once. I understand now, Wheatsealing. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it.
What?
Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
So are all four of us coloring it? Kalapa brings a scroll outside.
We are like birds, soaring through the horizons of time. I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey.
When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course,
Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
Hmm?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
Serving these colors in memory. That's a true duty of the appointed. That way they're not lost to piles of black and white text.
I knew you would understand.
This is the special scroll. How did you know how to weave it, Citlali?
Remember the gift from the spirits?
Hold on! You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean... You're the one behind the gifts from the spirits!
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them.
Gosh dang it, Citlali.
The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
So, why not just tell them?
Carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else how to do it?
Wait, does that mean Talapo was pretty much just sending everyone on a wild goose chase to get Citlali to make another scroll?
Traveler, you can see the special color, right?
Yes.
The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time.
So, every time someone was appointed to make a scroll, that means Talapo was sending them on a wild goose chase to get Citlali to do it.
And, well, ever since Sweet Ceiling died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with people.
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever. After all, I have all the time in the world. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation.
Oh, so it wasn't just a wild goose chase, it was Talapo saying, "Hey, buddy, can you go befriend Citlali for me? She's being a social recluse."
I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. But it never got to that point.
Yeah, because he kept on throwing illusions to make sure it wouldn't happen.
This time, though, you win, Claw. Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me the other night.
Does that mean that you're gonna be stuck in our thoughts forever? Aww. What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief.
Aww.
Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate, too. A memory living on in someone else's head. Since you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory, and carry my color in your mind.
I'll be honest, I think this is getting me a lot more because recently I also had to figure out how to write a mission statement for one of the classes I'm in, and that is significantly harder than you'd think it'd be. Anyways, is that any more friends?
Just keep it safe. You better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think? It's only been a few seconds since we made the friendship official.
Shush, Paimon. We're discussing color.
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Citlali, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
I mean, he is right there.
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind-reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it. Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that process.
Wait, does that mean that Paimon wasn't able to leave a good enough mark on
Although I
Citlali?
didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories.
Oh! So basically, you can't just... So while Paimon can't see the color of memory, Traveler can, and because of that, his color kind of got stuck in Citlali.
And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
So, you can hear the Traveler's thoughts because you left traces of color in each other's memories? And that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts too, because it works both ways, right?
Quick thinking, but only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the Traveler's thoughts, but not the other way around. There's no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
Oh.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories.
Now it's going back the other way.
So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again.
Yeah, we can.
I knew it.
So, there a way to stop it?
Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us to forget about the other.
No.
Just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause, of course I can figure out how to fix it. It'll probably take some time.
Poor Paimon, she's so
bear with me
confused.
for now. Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Oh, unless I've had a few drinks.
Okay, both of these... I mean, sometimes it would be weird to hear weird shower thoughts.
I get what you mean. Some thoughts are better kept to yourself.
Huh?
It's con-to-con communication. But what I will say in vague relation to all that is that, one of the guys I am friends with, we keep having a bit where we consistently try to kill each other, and I think only one other person has figured out what's going on, and I think they join in on the bit of just watching us attempt to kill each other with imaginary weapons. Now, where's that waypoint? Anyways, moving on to the next time of day. See, 8 it would be 8 a.m. So confirm. Tick tock, tick tock. Give it about 10 minutes, maybe attack a place while I'm... Oh, it's Painted Stone Challenge. Good news, we did it, and Citlali helped!
Ah, you did? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful indeed.
Yeah.
I hope you share what you learned.
Yeah, it also kind of involves the guys that Talapo arrested earlier.
Wow, the scroll is finished already.
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, Traveler.
Wait, are we actually gonna reveal that Citlali was the spirit? Wait, where is Citlali? Oh, we're not sharing Citlali's role in everything.
I see.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a dye derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. Now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret technique. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well,
He smells what's really going on.
Case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described. After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I cannot take that choice away from
He smells that, he can smell that there was a third party involved that does not want to be named.
You completed your task admirably. Finding a way to carry on that legacy is now our duty.
Alright, we'll leave that to you.
Oh, and please pass along my thanks to Granny Eastly.
He smelled it.
We interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended. And it turns out he's the reason some among our tribe started to question our history. He hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe is entirely his doing.
Glad to know.
We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few days.
And since we don't need the Blessing of the Wild to leave Fontaine anymore, and since they don't need the Blessing of the Wild to leave Notland anymore, they can also go straight to the Court of Fontaine with their case.
So he was behind the controversy in the first place. Guess it's easier to investigate when people are already questioning something. Anyway, that clears it up. People don't just question their history out of nowhere.
Thank you, Baron. We'll be on our way.
Until we meet again.
So, I want to hear what all they have to say.
Natlan's victory against the Abyss. Very fitting for a scroll like this.
And it was made by the guy who was there.
I wonder how long until Elder Talapo chooses the next appointed.
Speaking of Elder Talapo, I heard he went missing yesterday. Do you know what happened?
Elder Talapo works in mysterious ways.
I think he was...
His departure will become clear in time, but for now, we cannot hope to fathom it.
He is either continuing to bully Malmuzan, or he is annoying Citlali. Hey look, it's me, your god. Anyways, let's go find Citlali. First by just getting out of here. Or she's right here.
You told him everything, right?
Everything about your except your involvement.
I left out the part about your contribution, but it kind of seemed like Chief Biram saw through us.
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits.
Yeah, but Biram, we kind of did promise to help him a little.
I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Oh yeah!
Oh, it's
You
the
made some
Fontaine
guy.
He wasn't taken away with his boss?
I mean, he kind of was caught up in the midst of it, but he did seem genuinely interested.
Please, call me Allier. After questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing, so here I am.
I actually do want to see your work,
I'll be
because you
heading back
did
to
seem
Fontaine
genuinely
soon.
interested.
No employer means no funding, after all. but I wanted to finish my investigation first. I'd like to ask some questions about Citlali. I want people outside of Natlan to hear her story, but my understanding still has some holes.
Questions? Huh. Why should I let an Outlander tell our stories?
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity, I assure you.
I like you, Allier.
I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
I like you,
All right, you
Allier.
can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after this.
Do those plans include getting drunk?
Important plans?
Oh, thank you very much.
I like you, Allier. Allier conducts a thorough interview, only leaving Citlali who runs out of patience.
Another day, another drained social battery.
The joys of being an introvert. We should probably get going then.
Hold on. You owe me a pair of books.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
Well, that'll probably take some time.
Telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House in person.
Good thing we know who's Yai!
But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
Of course! We'll get them sent to you as soon as we can!
Heck, we can probably even have the source herself send them to you.
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover. Here, just take this.
Oh.
This is?
I think it's a key to our house,
The
Paimon.
key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my sleep.
Got it. So just slip in, leave them where you can find them, and you'll call it good. Anyways, that means I get all of these. Now, let's see, will luck grant me a blessing? Probably not. That wish was not blessed. Don't care. And don't care. Oh look, I can get 5 more quaint fates. Or 2 more. Already bought all those and I have no more left. Darn. And that is definitely not going to get me enough to make another wish. Oh look, I think that's a completed Pilgrim's Chronicle. I don't know what I want to do with that though. I mean, I guess like beyond that I can just do some wandering around. Actually, before I figure out what's going on over there, I'm gonna quickly pop over to Fontaine's, what's it called? The Font of the Scene. Give it its sigils and whatnot, and then I'm going back to the one in, not in Natlan. See. 7 o'clock. So I start on the probable world quest that is the strange island covered in shroud and whatnot. Oh, no, or I can make more wishes. claim those. Claim daily commission rewards. Even though I haven't done a daily commission in who knows how long.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing to. Ad Astra Abyssos.
Also,
Welcome to.
need to dispatch characters again. What do you mean? Why do I have more Spiral Abyss? Oh, is it a new cycle? Because last I checked, it was still at 12-1. Is it a new cycle now? Wait, did it auto-complete floor 9 for me? I mean, I'll take it for now if it means I can do more polls. I have no idea how many polls that was. All I know is I did, like, another set of 10 polls earlier, and it didn't go that great. Ah! Does my voice still feel like garbage? That's it. How's my reputation doing? World exploration, take that. More quests. And level rewards. Alright, next up, it is walking all the way over here. Or just getting over there in general. So many waypoints I need to unlock.
Have a compulsion.
Navigate to that. Actually, it might be easier.
And human.
Actually, I think it might be easier to get there from over here.
Rev the engines.
Ignoring that, I'm busy.
Right here.
Full throttle.
The waypoint is somewhere over here. And where on earth is the Pyroculus? Oh, here it is.
Try and stop me.
Gosh dang it. How do I get up there? There we go. Hey, what you doing? Fog seas thicken lately, a worrying sign. Legend be true. What legend? That depends on what you wish to hear, Outlander hero. 2 reasons have been given for that floating island and the huge graffiti. One more akin to a story, the other to a real legend. Which would you like to hear, Outlander warrior? Let's hear the story. There's always a romantic spin with stories. There's the origin of the graffiti on the foggy island, part of the tale of Quailor and Ukuku. It is said that It is said that the girl named Clara left a huge work of graffiti by the beach in order to collect her father's son. Her father's son saw the graffiti from the sky and thus whisked her away from the earth. And that's sort of how the story goes. It is said that the unsettling mist was bestowed by the Sun Father upon the people of the surface as punishment for stealing his daughter's power. Be it legend or story, the rising fog is never a good sign. Outlander hero, this place is probably fraught with danger, so you must take care not to get too close. Okay, good to know. Observe. I'm curious. I want to see what is over there. Even if I have to possibly commit several accounts of manslaughter along the way.
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Wheel of Life.
Let's ride. Try and stop me.
Let's finish this next time.
Forget it. Rev the engines.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, little one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please. Please just heal. I feel terrible already having to beat up a baby cold sore. But I will be taking the whistles.
Something to add to my collection.
I'm taking the crab. Hello, I would like to use your body for science. Oh, that is not at all strange. There are ghosts here. Hero foreign land. Stay on guard here. The pitch black foe. I'm curious. I'm making many... Barely legible words have been inscribed here. Leave now, hurry, this place is already... Must beware of deceptive bewitchment. Do not look, do not look, do not look. But I want to look more! Unsound mind of the engraver must seal only then. Well, this sounds like a problem for us to solve. Venture no deeper. Break the seal, only then can you defeat the dark foe. Only spirit speaking. What the heck? I am so confused. Okay. So where the heck? Okay, does it have something to do with, like, these symbols? This owner didn't judge who, what? Why did you have to do that? You're breaking the seal, and once broken, we're gonna have to take responsibility for our actions.
Rev the engines!
Hurry, come to the mountains on the place that's next. See, Pyroculus.
Hip. Try and stop me! Rest from the sky!
Gosh dang it. I did not mean to do that, I was trying to climb. Let's see.
Hip.
Oh, where's an Atomi sword I can use? Oh, that's how that works. I also just knocked over my phone trying to figure out how to do that. Hello? The heck is that? Oh, I'm so confused. Just so, Outlander Warrior. And more world changes. What are you doing, reckless Outlander? Don't you know the consequences? Yeah. I'm doing okay, and just possibly doing something incredibly dangerous. Also, thanks for the follow, Katie. I don't know how... I am possibly making several dumb and dangerous decisions for no reason. The heck? I am just attempting to figure out where I need to go for this quest, because I thought this was related to something completely different, and now I'm just curious. Ooh, I see ghosts. Y'all don't seem particularly friendly.
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
I haven't played many other games. I largely do art in... I am open to trying a few other games. Also, thank you for the follow, Tsuki. I'm solving this the only way I know how, which is by setting things on fire. Now, where's an Atomisaur? Oh, there's an Atomisaur. My Discord is actually on my website. I don't actually have a Discord server set up yet. Or at least one that I'm publicly available. Just below, right? And feel it. But I got my TerraGeon on pretty much everywhere, so it probably wouldn't be that hard to find me. I am currently working with a few... What the... I hate these kinds of illusions. Does that mean I need to, like, look at it from the right perspective? Yep, that was correct. Enough, come no closer. But I want to get closer. Someone needs... Alright, Outlander Warrior. Well, this is getting more and more confusing. And then I need to get one more, so... Gosh dang it. How the heck do I get that last one then? Okay, that just removes that one. Okay, that one. How the heck do I deal with this? Okay, I'm not close enough to do that. I'm gonna go check that thing out real quick. Wait, what? Let's see, where on earth? Okay. Is there anything else in here that could be like a possible way out? Oh, come on. Okay, how the heck? I'm so confused. I'll be honest, I almost never check my Instagram. Right now, I'm just confused on how to solve this puzzle. Wait. Take that one, put it out here. I outsmarted the puzzle. Or at least I think I solved it. There we go. Didn't want to have to do this. Nightfalls, stop in its tracks. No.
Oh, brilliant! Right here! Pyroclastic surge! Full throttle!
We're trying to do some basic conflict resolution. That could have ended poorly for my health. Okay, I'll chill out for like 3 seconds. Fudge. Heal up. And then, I guess break the seal, or at least move until this... Now, there's still this Outlander warrior. The heck? Oh, we're just certainly going higher. Oh, and there's a waypoint too.
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
Okay, so something over that way. Excuse me, I need to borrow you. I'm gonna have to figure that one out later. Well, funny, steel can be broken there. No, I'm so close. Atomi stores are so confusing. And again, I think that's also why they're associated with, Masters of the Night Wind. And we're hopping now. I hate. I thought there was... I'm so confused. Shatter, restore, quick lift the seal? What? I am so lost. The real question is, did I free the bad thing, or was the menacing thing actually trying to be helpful? You really think you could escape? Come on, then! This is never about escape. This is the biggest... Alright, what do you menace us? And we're getting launched to the Shadow Realm. I'm supposed to be quick, completely take over the sphere within this corrupt authority. Perfect opportunity. Last moment. Come out. Oh, it's Wyob.
Light it up. The show begins. Wheel of Life.
Light up the blazing sun! Rev the engines!
Shower me with...
Try and stop me!
At last. Were it not for your aid, Outlander hero, we might have long been overwhelmed by our pitch-black foe. Long ago, the tribespeople here were enscrolled and enchanted by our enemy, and many night souls became entangled by the abyss. At the seal's location, even the power of the night's manifestation is slowly being chipped away. This seal serves all links to outside world. Yes, but with the source of tribe's faith also. It must be undone for there to be any fighting chance. Thank you, Outlander hero. The Night Souls can find their way back to their dream home, avoiding the blight that grips the Lord of the Night's realm. At last, to be able to return to the quietude of night. Are we deep underground, or something else could happen? Oh look, we uncovered more islands.
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
Hello! I know you thought you told us a terrible story earlier, but I kinda had to verify it. And, yeah, that's the result. I hope you're happy. Oh, have you come to take pictures? Foreign tourists have come here before, wishing to do the same. Well, island's quite the view, after all. Shame we didn't have a camera previously. That's foreign merchant I knew to get me one. How about dear guest? But, You'll have to do it yourself. I'm not exactly a dab hand at photography. Fog? What do you mean? There can't be fog with such a strong streak. I've never seen fog over day since the day I was born. How do you come... Did we rewrite part of history? Might be confused this place with fog shroud area that has own photon range looks. Perhaps. I'm just gonna leave that wherever the heck that came from. Well, that was an interesting diversion. But that is also a quest. And still not enough for me to try pulling for Citlali again. I'm still confused. My party is still half dead. So I'm just gonna heal up and probably call it a night in a bit because I have a class at 9 tomorrow morning. Who knows? Maybe if I draw Citlali, the gods of luck will bless me. Oh wait, I have an achievement. Maybe that'll give me... Nope, not enough. I have another achievement. Nope, not enough. You know what? I'm gonna go find one treasure chest. Let's go find one treasure chest, and if I don't get Citlali, I'll just be sad. Where's a treasure chest I can... Ooh, mysterious cave. Don't mind if I do. There has to be treasure in here somewhere. Or at least something I can beat up. Nothing! Disappointing. Oh look, there's a treasure chest.
Burn it down.
Life goes on.
Rise with the sun.
Let her rip!
Try and stop me. Wrath from the skies.
I hate these things.
Incinerate.
The rewards of an adventure worth remembering.
And that is 5 more Primo Gems, which means 1 more poll. Will I be disappointed? The answer is yes. That's just cold. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off here. Thank you everyone who dropped by. See y'all later.